They're based on lies, deception. It's for profit. So our children are going and dying and killing innocent people so the robber class can get rich. And do they send their children? Hell no, they don't send their own children. Their children don't have to. They can go to any school they want. You know, they have options. It's our children that don't have the option. Why do we keep sending them our money? You know, they've taken trillions of dollars from us in these bankster bailouts. They're bailing people out who caused the problem. You know, people are losing their homes. You try getting a bailout. People are losing their jobs. You try getting bailed out for that. You're not going to get that bailout. My state, California, we need a bailout. And then, you know what the government said? Oh, if we bail you out, we'll have to bail all the states out. Bail all the states out. Save those jobs. So what? You know, instead, Wall Street's getting bailed out. The bankers are getting bailed out. And we're still precarious. We still haven't hit bottom. So why do we still keep participating in their systems? Why do we still keep using credit? You know, Obama said credit's the lifeblood of the economy. Yeah, it is. If you're a member of the robber class, it is. If you're a member of the robbed class, it's the death of your economy, your local economy, your family's economy. And that's what they want. They want you to stay as virtual debt slaves to the banks forever and ever. And so why do we keep doing this? They only steal from us because we let them. And do we even make a peep? Would you let someone come into your home and steal you blind? No, you'd make a peep about it. But we let the robber class steal us blind without even a peep. So on the 4th of July, I wrote a piece called Happy Codependence Day. Because we are codependent with the robber class. And so this is what my revolution is about. It's about breaking that. Because they need us more than we need them. So I'll go back to my story. I always get so worked up. Every day I think, I can't talk about this one more time. But then I come and I see you all and I just get so, every day there's something that sets me off. So, and then I thought, I know what keeps us bound to a system that hurts us. I know what keeps us bound to a system that oppresses us. It's myth. We are a country, America of the myth doesn't even exist. And it never has existed. But we are told these myths from the time we're born. And then we go to school and these myths are reinforced, and the media reinforces the myths. Even Martin Luther King Jr. parades in some towns are militaristic. It's nationalism, militarism, jingoism keeps us bought into the myth that is America. And so while I'm thinking about this in bed, I thought, Myth America. And I thought, that's a great title, isn't it? And so I thought, that's a great title. That's what I thought. That's a great title. I'm going to get up and write an article. I thought it was going to be an article, but of course it was way too long to be an article. And so even 100 pages is too short. Since I've been on this bookstore for 4 months, I realized I only dipped my toe in the pool. So in August when I'm off, I'm going to dive all the way in and I'm going to expand it to 20 myths of the robber class. If I can hold it down to 20 myths, I bet we can write volumes called 1,000 myths of the robber class. So anyway, we have to, if we want any true and relevant change in this country, we know that it's only come from the ground up ever. That's where good change happens. It doesn't happen from the top down. I don't call it trickle down. Obamanomics is just trickle down economics. I call it trickle And it's just like crumbs from the robber class table that we get. And so anyway, if we don't recognize that the nation that exists on Fox News, the nation that exists in the corporate media, that not only exists in the corporate media, but they reinforce these myths. If we don't realize that, we have to expose them as myths. Then we have to dispel the myths so we can move forward. And as we can move forward as a grassroots community that has its own system of support that exists outside of the robber class system. And so that's a revolution. But that's a real subversive revolution. You know, when I talk about revolution, people, if you think revolution, you think all kinds of violent stuff. Is Cindy Sheehan really, the peace mom, nominated for Nobel Peace Prize here? Am I urging you to pull, back your Abrams tanks out of your garage? Am I asking you to shine up your F-32s or whatever they're called? F-16s, 18s, whatever number they are? Am I even asking you to go down to the park and recommission a Civil War cannon? No. First of all, I'm for nonviolent resistance, nonviolent revolution. And secondly, even though the time passed a long time ago for us to have a revolution against the robber class, what did Thomas Jefferson say? We needed one every generation. Because the tree of liberty needs to be watered with the blood of patriots and tyrants every generation to keep it healthy. Well, ours hasn't been watered for a long time. Our tree of liberty is dying. But what I'm advocating for is a true grassroots revolution, and I want to credit Martin Luther King Jr. for this term, a revolution of values. Because, they know how to stop an armed revolution, and many people will be unnecessarily killed, and we'll lose. We will lose, because even if you do have an Abrams tank, they have nukes. They have crowd control weapons, right? Those like microwave things. And it's not a smart way to resist the empire anyway. So my revolution is very subversive. My revolution calls on everybody in this country to do something. Not a few people doing everything, but everybody do something. And then we'll start to undermine. This book is a self-preservation too. It's like, damn it, you guys have to start working too. To start to undermine their system. And until we do that, we're not going to have any change. And so if we undermine their systems and make a more equal distribution of wealth and resources in this country, then the entire freaking world will be happier and healthier. I'm doing really good. I think I've cussed one time tonight. I've really modified myself. So, I'm just speaking in churches, so you in churches, you can say whatever you want. You can cuss, you can say whatever you want. I'm going to be respectful. So I'm going to tell you my myth. I'm going to read you my myth. And then I'll read you a chapter of Myth America. And after I read you my myth, you'll realize that I just did dip my toe into the pool of this thing that we have here in America. Okay, the first robber class myth is America is the greatest nation in the universe. And okay, so let's pretend there's another solar system. We know there's another solar system. We don't have to pretend that. But let's pretend like there's a planet in that solar system that has a nation on it. And we don't have to know anything about that nation. We don't have to know about its government, its history, its politics, its social structure, whatever. We don't need to know anything about that that country, we already know we're better than it. Right? It's just like the other countries that we